From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Friday, August 9th. It is a fantastic Friday ahead. Already a beautiful start to the day. The humidity levels are going to go down as the day goes on. We're going to get to the upper 70s, but overnight, it's going to cool down, be in the 50s tomorrow morning. Breaking news, leaders in Austria say a third teenager is under arrest in the plan to attack Taylor Swift concerts in Vienna and pledged an oath of allegiance to the Islamic State group. Austrian leaders say the 18-year-old is now in custody after contacting the main suspect, who is 19. The other suspect is 17. According to investigators, the three were planning to attack Swift's now canceled shows. Authorities say they found bomb-making materials in one of the suspects' homes that appear to be inspired by the Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda. Officials say one suspect admits the group was planning to kill as many people as possible outside of the venue. In Indianapolis, a city-county council member and Mayor Joe Hogsett's own party is calling on him to resign after multiple reports say the mayor knew about sexual harassment allegations against his former chief of staff but did nothing to address them. We have team coverage this morning, starting with News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist.
Councilor Jesse Brown is the first council member to demand Hogsett step down. At least 3 women who used to work in the mayor's office say they endured pervasive sexual harassment from Hogsett's former chief of staff, Thomas Cook. And they say Hogsett did nothing about it, no matter how many times they told him about it.
Probably one of the worst examples of being psychologically trapped was after a night where he had sent me 68 text messages in a row and had been yelling at me. The next night, he asked to come up to my apartment, even after I had told him that I was exhausted and didn't want to talk to him anymore.
That was what Caroline Ellert told News 8's reporting partner, Mirror Indy. She originally wanted to remain anonymous, but later agreed to be identified publicly. Thomas Cook was Hogsett's chief of staff until December of 2020, when he was asked to resign. He then worked on Hogsett's 2023 election campaign.
What kills me the most is I said something years before that happened. I ran into the mayor in person and said something again. Like at every turn, someone should have done something, and I wonder how things would have been different for her had Thomas's behavior been stopped before he started grooming her at the end of 2017 going into 2018.
Roberts confronted Hogsett over Cook's behavior. She provided audio of the encounter to Mirror Indy.
But I did get your messages.
Oh, I know you did.
Tinley was asked to participate because of her role as not only a lawyer but also as the treasurer of the campaign.
I understand that, but when someone's coming forward with a report, you have a neutral, safe avenue to report. That's how that works. Talking to your attorney puts me in a position where I have to get my own to protect myself. And as an attorney, you know that. That's just not okay.
Councilor Jesse Brown says Hogsett should resign over the allegations. He says it's one thing for the mayor's chief of staff to use his power and position to sexually exploit his direct reports. It's another for the mayor to allow it to happen again and again and again. A better world is possible, but it starts with transparency and accountability. Hogsett must resign from his position as mayor of Indianapolis. So far, no other members of the council have called for Hogsett's resignation, but council Republicans want an investigation. Should Mayor Hogsett resign?
So one of the things we've called for is an investigative committee. In that committee, we have the power to subpoena people to come before us and testify. Through that, we would be able to have, Mayor Hogsett would be able to have his so-called day in court. I don't think that right out of the gate we need to say that resignation's the answer, but I don't think it's off the table by any means, pending a thorough investigation.
Hogsett's office has not yet responded to my request for comment on Brown's demand that he resign. When the first allegations against Cook came out last month, Hogsett said at the time, "I condemn the conduct that was reported." As set forth in the official statement from the City of Indianapolis Office of Corporation Counsel, each complaint at the time it was reported was taken seriously, investigated, and resulted in sanctions. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
News 8's Daniel Zulkowski spoke to council members in both parties last night.
The councilors say it's too soon to act with the information they have, but they support further investigation or action as this develops.
Councilor Jessica McCormick is the chair of the City County Council Ethics Committee. She clarifies that by statute, that body only handles ethical complaints against councilors, not members of the executive branch.
The authority that we have on the Ethics Committee is for councilors, this body of 25, the 24 others that I serve with.
McCormick is a Democrat and fellow member of Mayor Joe Hogsett's party. She is not yet joining fellow Democrat Jesse Brown in calling for the mayor to resign over these allegations.
I need more information. I just don't think that I am, as a single person, in place to be able to make that decision.
On the other side of the aisle, Republican Joshua Bain joins his party caucus in calling for the council to form an investigative committee to look into these claims.
The Ethics Committee itself only has jurisdiction over fellow councilors and their duties as a councilor, but we do have jurisdiction in creating investigating committees that actually have subpoena power.
Bain has also not explicitly called for the mayor to step down at this time.
I think we should make that determination after you do an investigating committee.
McCormick confirmed the council is in discussions about how to move forward, but did not provide specifics of these conversations.
We're having discussions having discussions on ways to move forward, having the conversations on what to do to move forward as a body and what we're allowed to do.
Republican leader Brian Mowry supports creating a council investigative committee. In a one-on-one interview with News 8, he says he would like to see an independent third party come in to investigate these claims.
The full council will meet on Monday. That meeting also marks the start of budget season with the introduction of the proposed 2025 budget, meaning much of the council's time will soon be dominated by budget hearings over the next 2 months. I'm Danielle Zulkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
City County Council President Bob Osley is responding to the allegations on social media. He says, "I've been working with fellow councilors to establish a process by which we can determine the precise changes needed to protect our workers, provide appropriate redress when harassment does occur, and begin rebuilding the trust of our employees and our community." In Indianapolis, a baby is safe this morning after a car was stolen with the child still inside in broad daylight. It happened near West 12th Street and North Tibbs Avenue at around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say the baby was left alone in the car when it was stolen. A few minutes later, someone called 911 saying they found a baby in a car seat at North Somerset Avenue. That's just east of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Police say the baby is now safe with family. Officers are still looking for the person who stole the car. American track star Noah Lyles appears to be done chasing medals in Paris. 4 days after winning the 100, Lyles finished third in the 200, then collapsed on the track and later confirmed that he has COVID. Lyles was set to run for the anchor leg of the 4x100 meter relay today, but says in a new post on X, "I believe this will be the end of my 2024 Olympics. It's not the Olympics I dreamed of, but it has left me with so much joy in my heart. I hope everyone enjoyed the show." In men's basketball, Team USA will play for gold tomorrow after a furious fourth quarter comeback saves their Olympic chances. Superstars LeBron James and Steph Curry led the comeback after USA fell behind Serbia by 17 points. They trailed by 13 going into the fourth quarter. But LeBron had the fourth triple-double in Olympics history, and Steph Curry led the team with 36 points. Team USA plays France in the final game tomorrow. It tips off at 3:30 our time. You can go get free ice cream on Monument Circle today. Hudsonville Ice Cream is hosting a free ice cream pop-up event. It starts at 11 this morning. It's part of their Super Summer Happiness Tour. Keep an eye out for their street team. They will be in yellow tie-dye t-shirts. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.